I gossip update 3. You made now hear me with him. Baby, be hear me with him. Yeah, I gossip update 3. Subscribe to this channel and share to many people. Your stories are air fire the barber soon. Now, Mama Yankunkuti and Simbia air cost one mountain. So, in fact, me tell many year. A year takwada mine gold mines. Me van say a year Crophobia na barber san contract na 30 years on my contract na so. Aban ne pese odema obi e wo Ghana hanatememfo eni kuro na ye tutakwa da aman ho no omunya so mfaso ne oman ase Ghana so yenya so emfaso in fact efe say ye hwe mining companies e wo Ghana ha omne oman no endi ne ye kura ye hwe akwatia mining say wo hwe ukuro ti sa akwatia wo no say e poor country by ituska efri so but wo ko South Africa na hwe Johannesburg na hwe mfaso a mining sectors ne wo no yema oman na e ye krabehwe nti migusa se so nti yen timemufo na se yen Ghanafo no yenya obi a obetim de nsa hye nkrata ase a ebe force nkrofo miners ne se omunsiesie kuro ni man na emeye krabehwa na obo ase to be precise o hwe obo ase a ba bia ye two mines ye two gold free pounds no kuro na nka se enye golden town so o hwe akwatia ene obo ase takwada mine bi ebi a se asema ba hu ya president pesa woji media men fa so obeje se woni on betra se ayen hihye ni ye that 10% na ye nya ne faso bia ne so woni on be ye bia 50-50 ana se 40-60 deal no ana se de be Ghana ni ma na tu na din susan so pa ba no I don't have any problem with it but me problem ne se o man no ye benya so mfaso na individually ye betime nya so mfaso so o individual differences a o mo ye adwuma ho no do o mo do so ba won do so nchen yan aka nti de ye pene se ya fa Ghana-fo ni nyina chi na de no man faso be ne yinya wo so as a gold sectors na wo o man ni mo no me so subscribe to this channel and share to many people na nkrophobia discuss on it me pese ye kokohwe na ye hwe discuss no broad one na ye hwe nkiekiremu na ye hwe the secret behind sadi na president Angiantum no a o pese wo di from so hwan ye de be ma no ya list of nkrophobia o pese o mo de ma o mo no mutu hey I gossip update. Subscribe to this channel and share to many people. Mumi nkunkutie ya list nkrophobia se e ba be di obi nsa na nipa no so kra no enua bi wa aban mu eye hwan a e bi nso se MPP ni bi e na ado na akotra kafra president of the nation na akotra se president Mahama na akotra se na discuss se opese okoda no eye hwan a mumi nkoji nkiremu.
In Ghana's western region, about 300 kilometers from the capital, Accra, there is a gold mine that once symbolized international investment and economic hope, the Dagman mine. But as of April 18, 2025, everything has changed. The government of Ghana has taken control of the mine, ending a 30-year partnership with Abozo Goldfield Limited, a subsidiary of the gold mining company Goldfields Limited.
The Minerals Commission has taken a decisive step to assume operational control of the Dagman mine of Abozo Goldfields Limited, AGL, upon the expiration of the 30-year lease due on 18th of April 2025. This follows the unsuccessful renewal application by AGL, a subsidiary of Goldfields Limited.
So, how did we get here, and what does it mean for Ghana's future? Well, let's rewind. In the early 1990s, Ghana signed a 30-year lease with Abozo Goldfield Limited to operate the Dagman gold mine. The company owned 90% of the mine, while the government of Ghana held 10%, which is a common structure in African mining contracts. Over time, the mine produced a lot of gold and provided jobs for thousands of people. But as the lease approached expiration in 2025, Goldfield applied for a 30-year extension. Surprisingly, the government rejected it. Why? According to the Ghana's Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources, the company failed to declare any proven gold reserves in their application, a key requirement under Ghana's mining law. In Ghana and many mining countries, exploration budgeting is required because it shows that a mining company is serious about finding more minerals and extending the life of the mine. When a mining lease is about to expire, the government want to know all this. But in the case of Abozo Goldfield Limited, their own 2024 report admitted that there is no more reserves at Dagman. In fact, mining stopped there in 2023. Since then, the company has only been processing old stockpiles, which are leftover materials from earlier mining. Also, they didn't budget for exploration in the last 2 years and did not submit a clear mining plan for the future. So the government stepped in. According to them, this is part of a larger economic reset, a move away from automatic lease renewals that often favor foreign companies toward contracts that maximize national benefits.
And the Minerals Commission has taken a decisive step to assume operational control of the diamond mine of Abosu Goldfields Limited, AGL, upon the expiration of the 30-year lease due on 18th of April 2025. This follows the unsuccessful renewal application by AGL, a subsidiary of Goldfields Limited, which had halted active mining since 2023. AGL shifted to stockpile processing in 2024, indicating plans to continue this into 2025, with the remaining life of the mine estimated by AGL at 1 year. The diamond mine's return to state oversight marks a critical step in Ghana's economic reset, ensuring its gold reserves directly benefit citizens and fuel long-term prosperity. The government of Ghana is committed to enforcing strict protocols to ensure safety, orderly operations, and the protection of all assets. And let it be noted, unauthorized access or disruptions will not be tolerated. Together, we will uphold the integrity of this transition, that everything we are doing here is in the interest of the workers. And I've emphasized in this, though no employee at Daman will lose his job, there will be continuity, there will be protection, there will be security for all workers, for service contractors. Every contract in place will be honored. And we are going to make sure that processes will be very transparent. The government of Ghana, as you know, passed the local content law, and it was the people of Ghana who were at the forefront of this effort to empower Ghanaians and to make sure that Ghanaians are in the forefront of the mining industry.
But this isn't just happening in Ghana. In Tanzania, former President John Magufuli took a strong stance against foreign mining firms. In 2017, he accused Acacia Mining, a subsidiary of Canada's Barrick Gold, of underreporting gold exports and dodging taxes. The government slapped the company with a $190 billion tax bill and temporarily banned gold exports. Eventually, a new deal was signed. The company paid $300 million in settlement, and a new joint venture was formed, with Tanzania holding 16% ownership, a big shift from previous arrangements.
Canadian miner Barrick Gold has settled its dispute with the Tanzanian government. It's agreed to pay $300 million and hand over a 16% stake in 3 gold mines and also a 50% share of its revenues from those mines. The two sides had been in talks for 6 months after the East African country banned the export of unprocessed minerals in a bid to increase the state ownership of the country's mines shares in Acacia Mining, a company in which Barrick almost owns 64%.
In the Democratic Republic of Congo, DRC, the government rewrote its mining code in the year 2018, which increased taxes, royalties, and the stakes in mining projects. Some foreign investors pushed back, but DRC stood its grounds. Today, the country remains Africa's top copper producer and a global supplier of cobalt, essential for electric car batteries. And in Zambia, the government took over Konkola copper mines from India firm Vendata Resources in the year 2019 after accusing the company of failing to invest and pay taxes. The process was messy and is still tied up in court. But in 2023, Zambia finally reached a deal to hand operations to a new investor while keeping more control and oversight. Last year, we also saw Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger taking over mines in their countries. So, Ghana's government says it's learning from these cases. They have promised a smooth transition with no job losses, no broken contracts, and continued operations. They also plan to focus on local jobs, community businesses, and value retention, meaning more of the wealth stays in Ghana. The transition team is already engaging workers and local leaders, but not everyone is convinced. Goldfields Limited has taken the matter to court, arguing that their lease application followed the rules and the rejection was unfair.
We understand that the company has formally notified the government of its intentions to seek redress through arbitration, as is their right and also the responsibility of the state to respect same under the mining lease. That notice satisfies the condition under section 27(5), as I read, and accordingly, the mine's operation should remain undisturbed until the dispute is resolved.
This legal fight could take months, maybe even years. But what's clear is Ghana wants more from its minerals. More control, more value, more impact on local communities. The Diamond Mine story is part of a wider movement across Africa where countries are pushing for fairer deals and greater benefits from their natural resources. Some takeovers, like Tanzania's, led to better terms and national pride. Others, like Zambians, were rocky but eventually paved the way for more strategic control. For Ghana, the question is, can this transition deliver both economic justice and operational success? Let us know your thoughts on this in the comment section below. And that is all for today's episode. My name is Sharif Haruna, reporting for AS1 News. Thanks very much for watching and see you in the next one. Macrao.